Welcome back to CBS News Detroit. We are out here on our CBS News Detroit patio with members from Paws with a Cause, a nonprofit organization that trains assistance dogs for people with disabilities. And joining us tonight is Liz Hood and Dawn Hunter from the organization. Thank you so much for both of you being here tonight. And we have these two cute puppies. Tell us who these are.
So this is Caddy. She is 16 weeks old and she is in training to be an assistance dog for someone with a disability. And Dawn, would you like to introduce?
Fairway is Caddy's litter mate.
All right, so we've got Caddy and Fairway, and obviously we're missing Rough then.
Yes.
No, that's a bad dad joke.
So tell us about your organization and why it's so important for what you're doing for people with disabilities and how you're helping.
So we are an organisation that raises and trains assistance dogs for people with disabilities. We are a national organisation, but we are based in Wayland in Michigan. We also have a lot of people volunteering in this area as well, in Metro Detroit area, raising puppies for us. The job that we do, providing assistance dogs for people with disabilities, it gives them so much independence in their lives, and it's life-changing for the people that we help. So that's why it makes working for Paws so rewarding, and volunteering for Paws.
And there's obviously like this whole spectrum of people that you can really help. Mm-hmm. Obviously, when you're raising dogs like this that go on, I mean, there's certain criteria, correct, to be able to see a dog reach each of these different milestones. Do you mind walking us kind of through what it is that you look for as you're raising these pups?
So mostly we're just looking for a pup that is basic obedience. You know, they live well in the home. They are they're just all around good dogs. They just hang out, and when later in life, when they go home with their client, they're going to be doing a lot of sitting and waiting for the command that they need to do. So they need to be able to hang out and just be chill next to their person.
And can anyone raise a dog like this?
Anyone can raise a dog like this. You don't need to have any prior experience. We have weekly classes that you can come to where we teach you exactly what you need to know and what you need to teach your dog. So there's plenty of assistance. We also have mentors that help with any issues or questions that you have. So there's lots of support for people that have never raised a dog before.
So what is that process of being a puppy raiser? What exactly would you have to do? How long of a program is it before the dog can go out and help somebody that needs assistance?
So generally, you would get your puppy at around 8 weeks old.
And how old are these dogs?
So these guys are both 16 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, so they've been with their raisers.
And they're ready to go?
Almost,
okay.
No. No, we have a way to go yet. So the raisers get them around 8 weeks old, and they are responsible for looking after them and loving them, for doing very basic obedience skills. So things like walking nicely on the leash, sit, down, stay, come, that kind of thing.
Tricks I'm still trying to learn, by the way.
Okay, fair enough. Also for taking them out and about in public to give them as much social exposure as possible so that when they're eventually placed with a client, there aren't any big surprises for them. And also to teach them good manners, both in the home and when they're out and about.
I don't know how long you guys have been out here, but it seems like Ahmed has it down. They appear ready to go into a loving home to help out with somebody, but
I think
you
Harvey
have it
might get
down.
a little grumpy if I brought somebody else home. My wife would be very happy. My dog might be a little upset by that. Obviously, as dogs age, sometimes they like to be able to take a little more of kind of like that relaxing life. Is this the type of dog that goes to somebody, like you said, that has a disability? Are they able to stay with them, obviously, like their whole life then, or how does that work when you have a dog like this and somebody might be getting like a little more elderly and you're trying to make sure they have somebody all the way through?
So our dogs typically get placed when they're around 2 years old, and they will probably stay working till they're around 10 years of age. And then what a number of our clients will do is then, as their current dog is coming towards retirement, they will then apply for a successor dog. So we will then provide another dog for them, so they have like a sort of continuum. Also, we do not charge our clients anything. Our dogs are free of charge to our clients. That's one of the great things about Paws with a Cause, is that
So it seems like, as I said, Ahmed has this down, the puppy raising. He seems way too involved at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you become, for anyone watching tonight that wants to become a puppy raiser, how would you suggest getting involved?
So you can go to our website, pawswithacause.org. There's a little button at the top that says I can help, and you can figure out what you can do to help. We definitely need puppy raisers, so if you have that in your heart to play with these little puppies, we'd love to have you.
That's a dangerous
cute.
thing to offer me right here, right now. that's don't do that to me.
He's going to take both home tonight, by the way.
Just pick them up and run away. But you said that, these dogs are provided free of charge to these people. How is that possible?
That is possible through the generosity of all our donors. Obviously, we're a non-profit 501c3 organisation, so all of our money comes, we don't get any federal, state or local funding, so everything comes from our very generous donors, and that's how we're able to do what we do. And also, we couldn't do what we do without the huge number of volunteers that we have. Volunteers are the backbone of our organisation. Without them, we just couldn't provide the dogs that we do to our clients free of charge. So.
These two are so cute, as you can see. When people do bring them into their home and they raise them to obviously send them out to someone with a disability that needs assistance, is it hard to say goodbye? I imagine it's so difficult. They are so cute.
Oh, yes.
It's very hard.
Yep. They go in and the raisers cry, and it's very sad. But you know that they're going to help somebody with independence.
It must be so rewarding.
It is. It's very
very
rewarding.
rewarding.
And
Yeah.
then getting to see them with their client, or know where they're going. It's very rewarding. Very helpful.
Well, thank you both so much. Liz Hood, Dawn Hunter, as well as Caddy and Fairway for joining us from Paws with a Cause, a great organization looking for some puppy raisers. We'll have much more here on CBS News Detroit when we come back after the break, including Ahmed's going to have the weather, if you can stop playing with the puppies. We're right back.
Thank you.